Hi there, this is Mahar Haddad here again. So I have decided to make a new video to show you how we can use this device, which is the UCK Gen2 Plus, which is a UniFi Cloud Key Generation 2 Plus, where there is inside of it a hard disk. And the reason why I want to show you that, because I have here with me also a camera, which is a Ubiquiti camera, and I want that this UCK to use it to be able to adopt this Ubiquiti camera and to be able to put it at my house, for example, or in my office to monitor what's happening inside my office, of course, when I'm out of the office. So how we can do that all together, I'm going to show that in a lab to show you how we can use the UCK Gen2 Plus, which is very important to use because it has the UniFi Protect. Without UniFi Protect, you cannot use the camera. They were in the previous version, the UCK, which is generation 1, and that one you can't use it with the UniFi Protect. Protect means that you use it for the cameras. So let's directly connect this UCK on the network, and then I will configure it. Then I will show you how we can put the camera to adopt it and how it works. So let's go directly and start with the work. So my network scenario is as following. I do have here a MikroTik router which is connected to the internet, or any router, so it doesn't really need to be MikroTik, just a router which has internet connection and sharing the internet to the inside, whether from the Wi-Fi or from cable. So I have done all this configuration. So we have a DHCP server configured here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a switch here. And this switch will be connected to the MikroTik router and to my computer, but also I want to connect on that switch the UCK that I have just showed you. So then in this case, the MikroTik router will provide an IP to this UCK to be able to go inside of it and configure it. So I'm going to put it in my network, and then I'm going to connect to it and configure it. We have to do the updates possibly, and then after we do that, I'm going to plug, so this is the camera somewhere. So I'm gonna plug it to the power. So this is the power. I'm just going to plug it to the power. And then after I do that, this camera needs to be adopted to the UCK, because if we don't do that, we cannot connect to the camera. So all Ubiquiti cameras has to be adopted to the UCK, meaning on this one, on this UCK, I have to enable the UniFi Protect. UniFi Protect is a feature on Ubiquiti to be able to configure and adopt the UniFi cameras. So you have the UniFi networks normally, which is for the network devices like access points, routers, switches, and so forth. And you have Protect, which is for the cameras. And after that, I'm going to see if the camera is going to work and if it can record what I want to record. And that's it. So that's what we are going to do. First, we connect to the UCK. I'm going to configure it. And then after I finish that, then I'm going to go to the camera. Now on the UCK, because I have just plugged it, on the UCK there is a screen here in front of it. And this screen will say to you what IP address this UCK has received. So if you don't know what IP address it has received, you can just look to that screen in front of the panel of the UCK, and then you can read the IP address, but also you can always go to the routers you have here. In my case, I have a MikroTik router. I can also read what IP it has leased to it. So let's go directly and start with the work. So here I'm inside my MikroTik router, and also I can see that the UCK has already given for me what IP to connect. But if we want, we can just go to the MikroTik router to see what IP it has received. So you see, this is my computer. It has an IP 192.168.88.254, and it is the UniFi Cloud Key Generation 2 Plus. So it has an IP 192.168.88.253, same as I see on the screen. Now what I'm going to do is just to go here, and I will go to the, let's move the browser to here. There we go. And now we go to 192.168.88.253, which is the IP of the UCK as we have seen. So let's have a look. And here we go. This is the UCK showing up for us. And now you have to set up the UCK G3 Plus, which is Generation 2 Plus. Of course, this is what I need to do. Now I'm looking to the UCK. It has indeed the same IP. Now we set it up. So we start by setup. First, they ask you what you need to put as a name for this UCK. So I'm gonna say, for example, test, just because we're doing a test now. And then I will say here agree, and then I will say here next. Are you going to use it for business or personal? Okay, I'm gonna say it's personal for my case now. Next. Now you should have a UniFi username and password, because then you can access this UCK from the cloud. So whenever you just need to have internet, and then you just connect to it from the cloud and you can see the camera. Now in my case, I already have a username and password. I'm gonna write it directly. So this is my username and password for Ubiquiti. If you don't have, you just create one, and it will ask you if you have the 2FA enabled. It would ask you to put it. So I have 2FA enabled on my account to make it more secure. And let me put the 2FA. Perfect. So now I'm logging in. Now it asks you if you want to update the UniFi, the schedule one you want it, so daily, or you can put it weekly or daily, or you don't want to at all to be updating by itself. You do it yourself manually. I'm gonna leave it now as it is by default, as it is a test. And now configuration, basic configuration, auto optimize, and diagnostics. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as it is now. Next. And this is the information that it has gotten. Then I can say here next and finish, and it's setting up now the console. I can see on the screen of the UCK, it's saying setting up. So it's next to me on my desk. So it may take several minutes. I will stop a bit the video now, and then I will continue once the console has been set up. So the console has been set up now, and we do have now possibility to use the network. As I said to you, UniFi network, if you have access points, routers, switches, whatever for Ubiquiti, use the network. And for the camera, we can use Protect. But before we do that, before we just start configuring, now you can, if you want to create new users, you can just go to the Manage Users, and you can add, for example, a new user by just clicking here on Add User, and then you can just add a new user if you have more than one administrator. Now I'm going here to go to the system settings first. So we just can check the settings on the system. So this is indeed showing up here. You can see the performance of the system. You can see here the hardware, which has 8-core Qualcomm 64-bit perfect ones with a very high memory. And look guys, this is what is important, the disk storage. You have 1 terabyte of disk storage, because when you want to record the motions of the camera, that needs to have some storage. And you can see this is getting IP address from the HTTP server, and if the HTTP server is off, then it will fall back to this IP 192.168.1.30. Then you can put same range on your computer, and then you can connect to it. Now let me check if we do need to do updates. So let's see. So here we go. Here we have update to 2.5.11. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to update this one and the Protect, so you can see that it has updates. So I'm going to do it offline, and then I come back to you. So everything has been updated now, and it took me like half an hour to update everything, because I do have it from the box, the UCK, and it's really needed a lot of updates. So as you can see now, I do have this UCK G2 Plus. It is on, it's up to date on the latest version. And what is important is to have that one, the Protect. Now the network, I'm not going to update it, and I'm not going to install the other ones, which are Access, Talk, Connect, Inner Space. So every one of those, they have a function. Some is for the doorbell, some is for something else. So I'm not going to discuss it in this video. Now what is important for me is to have the Protect. We can even disable the network, but I'm going to leave it like how it is. Perfect. So this, now you see it has a totally different way how it looks. And now we have to go to the, this one, the Protect. So we click on it, we go to the Protect, and we can see if we go to over here to the recording, then there is no camera found. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to plug in the camera on the power and to see how we can let it be seen on this UCK. So let me do that very fast. So I have just plugged in the camera, and now what we need to do is the camera will send you by Bluetooth to your phone, and if you have the UniFi Protect on your phone, you log into the account that you have it on Ubiquiti, and then once you log into it, then it will send you on Bluetooth to your phone saying that you can adopt it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you that on my phone. So let me just open my phone, and we go to the UniFi. So let me just put it for you here on the screen so you can see. So this is my phone now, and you can see we have UniFi Protect. So you just click on it.
Ready to adopt.
So this is the camera speaking now, which is normal. And from here you can see we have this one, test. So you go to it, so it shows directly. Because I'm using on the phone the my account on Ubiquiti, so you just, when you download the application, log into your account, and then it will show you the test. So as you can see, I have two. I have you see I have one for my company where I have UDM Pro, and I have this one, test. So we go to that one, test, and let's wait for this to be connected. So here we go, you can see it's now connected, and directly it says it has found a new device with it, which is my camera. My camera is a G4 instance. So it says adopt, and all you need to do now is just you click on adopt. So once you click on adopt, it will try to locate some Wi-Fi, and now I need to use the same Wi-Fi which is provided from my MikroTik to the UCK. I'm gonna use it also to the camera. So if I open here, and to be sure that I do have Wi-Fi here, let's check on the bridge. So no, I don't have a Wi-Fi. So let me just add to that bridge. So this is now MikroTik. Yeah, it can be any other device. So I'm gonna enable one of the Wi-Fi. So let's take the one for 5 GHz, and we put it on AC. Well, I think it's better to put it all, because it may happen that it doesn't support AC. Let's take also the 2.4. I would better take maybe both also. It's a good idea. We take both of them. So this is the SSID. I'm not going to put a password for now. And what I'm going to do now is just to add them to the bridge. So WLAN 1 and WLAN 2. So then we have Wi-Fi. Perfect. Now we go back to here, and we can see in a moment the MikroTik. So what was the name of the MikroTik? I think this one, 126.2.9a. Let's go to the MikroTik again to see if that's the one. MikroTik 126.2.9a. Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna log into that one. So let's put it back. And yeah, this one, I'm gonna choose it. So now it will connect the camera to the Wi-Fi, which is same Wi-Fi on the same network where the UCK is. And once it's connected on the Wi-Fi, it has the IP, it's connected to the internet, then we can see it. Here we go.
Camera setup completed. Ready to stream.
You can hear it's talking already. So now you can see that that is me on the camera. So you can see hello, and yeah, it's now updating, but you can see it. It's already showing up over here in a moment now, just doing some updates, and yeah, this is how it looks. So now it's doing some updates, and you can see the camera now is fully functioning. So this is all what I wanted to show you in this video, just to see how we can use the UCK Gen2 Plus together with the camera. Of course, in the camera, how to set it up. For example, how you can let record only when there is a motion happening, what are the areas where you want to be, for example, recording, some areas you don't want to record. So all of those things are more settings that are available on the camera, but what is for this video is just to show you the basic things. So I hope that this lecture and this video was informative for you, and I'll see you in some other videos.